Have you ever found yourself in a presentation where the speaker was so dry that you literally wanted to scratch your eyes out? Or maybe they spent so much time reading their slides that you're like, where's my phone? Where is my phone? Somebody help me find my phone. Or even worse, they asked a question and all you could hear was, yeah. Imagine being in their shoes. How do you think they felt? How would you feel? Giving presentations can already be nerve-wracking. But imagine as a speaker having to connect with the audience and really win them over takes a whole lot. Stay tuned and I'm gonna give you 5 easy tips on how you can connect with your audience and make those genuine connections that will not only have them listening to your every word, sitting on the edge of their seat, but they will interact with you like never before and your presentation will skyrocket. Let's get amped and let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. When it comes to speaking and getting those genuine connections with your audience, you have to first know your audience, right? You don't want to mess up and go into any type of speaking engagement and not know who you're speaking to. It helps if you know your audience, you can speak to the things that they're experiencing, things that they're going through, things that might be very applicable to what they're doing in their lives and where they find themselves. And when you are able to do that, you'll connect with your audience differently. Every audience isn't the same. So learning your audience, taking the time to get to know what is important to them and what's special about them will give them a reason to connect with you back. Number 2, tell them a story. Give them a story that they can sink their teeth into, right? Make it visually pleasing with your words. I realize that sometimes it takes a lot to tell stories, but if it's a story that is applicable to you, that you know very well, it's easy to make it more colorful so that people can connect with it and see it, even without them having visuals to go along with it. Now, if you have visuals, use them, leverage them to your best ability and make it happen. Because you tell them a story, they get caught into that story, they want to hear where you're going and how you're applying the rest of the presentation to that story. Number 3, ask them a question. Get into their minds by asking them a question. See what they're experiencing firsthand by asking them a question that's general enough that anybody on the floor can answer it. But it's an easy of enough ask so that anybody can answer it. It gives them the opportunity to start building that connection. And as you are working with them and as you're asking questions to kind of get to know them, including their names, it allows not only you to connect with them, but it allows them to connect with the audience members, which in turn helps you connect with the audience members because now you're focused on them. So ask them questions, get an understanding of who you are talking to right as you're talking. Spend some time in this, and I promise you your presentation will get just a little bit better every time you do it, every time you use it. Now, don't get too personal with your questions, but if it applies to your topic, if it's applicable to your topic, and they're already experiencing it, it's easy to tie them together. Number 4, all right, a Q&A at the beginning. Yeah, it sounds a little bonkers because you're so used to Q&As being at the end. But if you offer the opportunity to ask 2 or 3 questions at the beginning, as a speaker and a coach, it gives them an opportunity to connect with you. They get to learn a little bit more about you. If you haven't taken the time to introduce yourself already, they've probably seen your little bio or something about you. But giving them the opportunity to ask any off-the-wall question that they can think of in that moment, especially with college students, it makes all the difference in the world because they have an opportunity to see the real you. But this also gives you the opportunity to be that genuine, authentic you that we're supposed to be in everything that we're doing. So when you connect with your audience better, it allows them to take it to the next level in what you're doing. All right, and finally, number 5. Positive reinforcement. One of my favorite ones is, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Everybody gets a car. I know, you've seen that on the Oprah Winfrey show. Positive reinforcement is great with the audience because, let's be honest, you want people to interact, give them free stuff. Free stuff or free ways or opportunities to connect, and people will jump on it. As one that knows college students and knows how difficult it is in expensive colleges, like, be for real. Giving away free stuff, from free t-shirts to caps, coffee mugs, mouse pads, you name it. Giving it away will ultimately allow you to connect with people differently. Because let's be honest, when you are a college student, you want some free stuff. It's just one of those things. But at the same time, we also want to focus on making those genuine connections. And as you make those connections, it ultimately gives the opportunity for, at the end, for them to connect with you. So spend time in making those genuine connections. Genuine connections will do so much more for you in your life if you take the time to establish them. And I realize everything isn't going to happen overnight, right? Every relationship isn't built at like a love at first sight situation, but you can create those moments together, even as a presenter to those that are listening to you, your audience. Spending time in building those relationships will have them sitting on the edge of the seats, ready to hear anything and everything you put in front of them. And they'll ask questions. They'll be engaged. They'll show you they're engaged because their phones are away, or they're recording it so that they can take it with them. We already struggle enough with trying to make the genuine connections. Spend time and use your skills in practice. All these 5 things that I've mentioned, spend time researching, spend time practicing, spend time finding things that you can do that is applicable to your audience. And your audience will love you for taking the time to get to know them before you step onto that stage. And when you do, your presentation will truly, truly, truly take off. Man, I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Make those genuine connections, because genuine connections will not only benefit you in your speaking, but it will benefit you throughout your life. I think I'm gonna create another conversation about making genuine connections, because we got a lot of social media people out there that we don't really know yet. That's giving me an idea. I might do that. So do me a favor, like this video if it helps you out. Leave some comments of how you've engaged with others when giving a speech, or maybe you listen to a speaker that you're like, they need some work. Leave those in the comments. I would love to hear from you all, love to connect with you all, and spend some time answering some of your questions, your thoughts. If there's something that you just want to share with us, leave it in the comments and we'll be glad to get back to you. Also, if you haven't already joined the most lit family on YouTube, the AMP family, click that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And always come back for more motivational stuff, for more public speaking things, and things to help you skyrocket in all that you're doing. All right? Know that I love you. God loves you even more. And until next time, be inspired, be edified, be encouraged. Put God first in all that you do. Love unconditionally. Do what you love and always live an amped life. Let's get amped. Woo! And we'll see you next time.